Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's such an honor to connect with you. Today I want to talk about how to stay conscious throughout your day. I'm going to share strategies on how to stay conscious throughout your day. Remember, our body and mind are usually a set of programs, right? Or programs of our past, programs of our experiences, programs of our trauma, right? So every day it wakes up in a certain state. It wakes up in a certain autopilot narrative, right? It follows this autopilot narrative. So how can you pull yourself out of that autopilot mode and stay conscious, right? So number one, remind yourself that every morning, the body will say it's time to get in that state. So as soon as you wake up, the body will say, hey, let's get ready. It's time to, do your thing. As you're physically following the morning routines, your subconscious mind will also want to follow its emotional routines of its emotional state, right? So as you're brushing your teeth, as you're getting ready, as you're packing your lunch or whatever you're doing, that's physically your body's doing what it does on autopilot, right, mode. But also emotionally, there's an autopilot mode going on as well, right? So internally, there's an autopilot mode. So the goal is to stay conscious, right? To detach from that automaticity and really, really start observing what's going on and breaking those negative patterns, okay? So what do? Number one, think about what you do in the morning, lunchtime, and nighttime. So what I want you to think about is seriously sit down and make 3 categories. Morning, like I said, lunchtime, lunch, and night. And then think about what do you think? Reflect on what your emotional state is. What do you think about? What does your mind chatter look like during those times, right? So for instance, in the morning, as you're getting ready, as you're, putting your makeup on, as you're, brushing your hair, what are you thinking about? Are you replaying all the problems in your life? Are you replaying what happened the night before? Who said what? Are you replaying people's struggles, loved ones' poor actions? What are you doing? What's going on? What kind of chatter is going on? And list it. Then at lunchtime, reflect on what kind of mind chatter you have then. What are you feeling at that time? Do you get into lack feeling as you check your emails, as you're just sitting there and watch, at the coffee shop and just reflecting on people passing by? Do you just get into that lack, say like, oh no, this is happening? Or do you go straight into calling someone who might be going through something, and then again, you're initiating that flight and fight state in yourself? What do? What does your lunch time look like? Your afternoon look like, basically, your afternoon. And then reflect on what you do at night. Like what's your thinking at night? What are your autopilot habits at night? Are you on the phone, checking Facebook and what's going on in everybody's life? And are you feeling that lack again? Are you making that last phone call before the night where you're checking up on somebody going through a struggle, and then you're again in that flight and fight state? What do? So what happens is when you identify your morning chatter, meaning what you're thinking, the state the state you're in, and then you do that for the afternoon and at night. What ends up happening is you can start breaking those patterns. Why? Because you're aware of it. You're like, wow, I really, really, when I wake up, I'm really in that like, who did me wrong state. I'm really like reflecting on all the negatives. I didn't know that. You might go into the afternoon and be like, wow, I really get into a lack state here. How can I change that? Maybe I should stop checking my emails during this period excessively. Maybe I should check it later on during the day, not at this moment, because my body is, again, on autopilot with this way of thinking, this way of being, right? Again, reflecting what you do at night. all right, maybe I'm not gonna get on my phone. I'm not, because you're aware of it now. Maybe I'm not going to make that last phone call that's gonna put me in a negative state. Maybe I'm not, So again, simple technique on how to stay conscious throughout your day. Identify what you do in the morning, in the afternoon, and night. In the sense of how you're feeling, what state you're in, and then what your mind chatter is like. Observe it, and then start working on those, right? Start decreasing the negative patterns. A simple technique that can change your life and bring more consciousness in your life so you're not in autopilot mode, right? Physically, right? And with your mind. So there's that slowing down, right? The slowing down of your mind and body, and you're not reactive to yourself. We work on not being reactive to other people and circumstances in life, but sometimes we're reactive to ourselves, our own patterns, our own stuff, right? And we're so busy looking at other people's stuff and busy at looking at, oh no, what's going on in the world and how horrible. What about looking into your own stuff, right? Your own patterns and breaking those very unhealthy habits, right? Unconscious habits. All right, guys, to love, to peace, to serenity, and more consciousness all over the world, right? Take care of yourself. You guys are amazing. You guys rock. Take care.